Dude, I'm such a mess this start of stream. I'm like, I'm trying to, and I realized my hair is still tied. Whatever, it's fine. You can see I'm like a skinhead right now. Whatever. I'm trying to eat my dinner, negotiate with my friend about getting a couch from them, set up the stream, talk to another one of my friends to make sure that they're doing well mentally, um, and no, that's it. I'm juggling all of that at the same time, and I only realized right before I turned the music down that, that my lamp was off, so I was about to start stream in total darkness. I made my stir fry, but way better this time. My friend gave me a tip on how to fry the eggs. Luna gave me a tip on how to fry the eggs correctly instead of frying it with the meat, and it turned out way better. Shit is scrum. Anyway, hi chat. It is Colbias. Hello, Emmy. Welcome to stream. I am eating before stream, and then I have a tiny announcement. It's not actually a tiny announcement. It's a decent one, but it's just stream stuff. It's about stream schedule going forward. There's a couple things that have changed about what's going on this month, and there's a couple of things about like the actual consistent schedule I'll have when I'm done doing daily streams. But how's your night going, Emmy? It's good to see you. I'm a bit of a messy eater, I'm not gonna lie. Shit tastes good though. Can't help it. Okay. I'm gonna start opening Final Fantasy, and then we can kind of talk. I don't have it printed yet, so I'm not gonna say it's set in stone, but I've been wanting to announce it, and I'm there's that my friend with the couch thing. So, for stream announcement number 1, while I'm opening Final Fantasy, I'm juggling so much all at once, my brain is absolutely scrambled right now. I just saw the Mountain Dew. Wait, no, come back. It's always funny to see it. I don't know why. I've been participating in it for like a month now, but it's still funny to me. So, biggest change to stream schedule as right now, like the current way we're doing things, is that it is announced the servers will go down for maintenance for Dawntrail on June 26th at 4 a.m. What that means is that when those servers go back online on June 28th, when I try to log in, my queue, this right here, is not going to read players in queue 23. It's going to read players in queue 2300. So, in other words, chat, we have a much more stern time crunch on our hands than I had previously thought. We do not need to finish all of Endwalker by June 30th. We need to finish all of Endwalker by 4 a.m. on June 26th. What that means is that today will be a normal 4-hour stream. We'll end at 12:30 or anywhere near that time whenever the quest I'm on ends in that time. And every stream after today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I will start stream the very instant that I am physically able, and I will stop stream when I'm no longer able to stream. Like, I'm not capable of standing in this spot playing the video game in front of you for whatever reason. And if I get inspiration, if it's like in the middle of the day, I just need a break. Yeah, I know. If it's the middle of the day, I just need a break and I get inspiration to start streaming again, I will start streaming again. Because we cannot stop until this is done, or I fail my mission that we set out on at the start of this month. And I will not have failure in my chat. There will be no failure in my chat. So I have... The quest total is 74. which is already staggering to do in 5 days. On top of that, it is the most story-dense part of Endwalker, because we have all of the post-MSQ and the last portion of the main MSQ, which is the most story-dense part of each expansion, is the last, like, 3 levels of MSQ that you have to do. Then we also have 2 dungeons, 2 trials in the main story, plus 5 dungeons and 4 trials in the post-story MSQ. We have to have queue times for the majority of those, because trials you can't do with NPCs. This is basically just going to be my life for the next 5 days. I work the next 2, so I can't stream all day the next 2. But Monday, with the exception of picking up the couch, and Tuesday full on, stream until I am like drop dead tired and can't do it anymore. That's it. That's just what it's going to be for the next couple days. But tonight's stream will be normal. Maggie and I are cheering on. I appreciate you guys so much. I need the energy. I really do. I'm going to need chat. I will need... Your guys' strength is going to push me forward to get through this stream. The other announcement I have that's a little less pressing and a little more exciting, I have a stream schedule. Me and my friends have figured out what days sort of make the most sense for me to be streaming based on like a number of things, but mostly our schedules, because we want to all be able to spend time together, and I don't want to deprive them of that just so I can do live streaming, because I do love live streaming, but I don't want it to take up whatever little free time I have left. So the stream schedule goes as follows, and I'll have to pull it up because I have it right here. To read that, I think that might be couch related. It is couch related. I'll double check the truck bed. Figure that out when you get here. Okay. I will have a couch on Monday. I'm excited about that. I always wanted to have a couch. Havoc Energy Drink retweeted my live stream again. Sponsor me. Do it, coward. Make a flavor after me. Call it Think Drink. Wait, that's actually... Hang on. Should I patent that? That's genius. Food for thought later. Let me get back to the part I was talking about, which is my live stream schedule. So, let's see, here we got... So the days are going to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So 4 days a week. I'll be streaming 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. The general flow of the stream week will kind of be determined by me, but the concept I have in mind right now is there will be Final Fantasy 1 to 2 days a week, and then Monster Hunter 1 to 2 days a week. And then the Saturday stream, which is going to be an 8-hour stream, will just be whatever my heart desires. Just whatever pops into my head, pretty much. And then I will occasionally stream on Fridays in the morning. That entirely depends on my motivation and whether or not my friends end up working that day or not, because they have a flex schedule as well. So the general stream schedule you can expect is Monday. Let's see, I said Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I think. And I gotta like retrace my steps. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And Saturdays are 8-hour streams. Every other stream is the usual 8:30 to 12:30. It's going to be the usual 4-hour stream. And it'll mostly just be, like, Final Fantasy is mostly just going to be Dawntrail MSQ. Monster Hunter is going to probably be mostly Monster Hunter Frontier, because I'm doing a lot of prep in that game right now. And I'm trying to get my friends in on it, so showing it on stream is a good way to tell people, like, hey, this game is super dope. And then the variety stream is going to be, I have like a super long list of video games that I purchased, that friends have purchased for me, that have been sitting in my library collecting dust for fucking eons. And I've wanted to stream them the entire time and have just had no motivation to do it. So variety streams are going to be dedicated to playing those for a couple hours at a time, pretty much. I'll like have 2 or 3 hours of, say, like Inscription, which is the game Condog bought for me. I'll do like 3 hours of Noida, which I bought for myself in 2019. Or 2020, sorry. I bought it for myself in 2020 and never played it. I have not opened the game at all. It's $20 I spent on nothing. So Yeah, so I've got a good catalog we can get through on Variety Streams. And of course, if you guys ever want me to play a game on Variety Stream Day on Saturdays, you are more than welcome to message me and bring it to my attention. Or if you really want to drive the point home and get me to play it, you can always just donate the game to me on Steam. And of course, I'll be eternally grateful regardless, but of course also play it as long as it's not like porn or TOS. When will you announce your pregnancy? All of the jokes that popped into my head were not okay. I was in the middle of eating. Every thought in my head was like, I'm not allowed to say that on stream. That's not an acceptable thing to say to people. This happens often. I have a fucked up brain, man. Okay. Anyway. It's pretty stinky. I think we can get started. I'm super excited for... by the way, Valtiel, welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. I don't know if you heard the announcement, but long story short, the next couple days I'm going to be streaming longer hours and pretty much just throwing myself into the game until I die. Because I have to do 74 quests with 9 dungeons and 8 trials in the span of 5 days. And also, I have a consistent stream schedule for when I start streaming again after I take my break from this, which will be in late July. You guys can expect to see me again in the... let's see, I had that set, I believe. You guys can expect to see me again the week of July 22nd. That would be the first stream. You heard it all? Okay, good. All right, cool. We're in the last 2 tiers. We have the 88 to 89 quests. We'll get through probably about half of those tonight. I would love to be able to get all the way up to the Ishascope. I don't see that happening, but if we could, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. We'll do the Ishascope tomorrow. We'll definitely do the Mother Crystal tomorrow. And we should get to Ultima Thule. And hopefully all the way up to the level 90 quests by tomorrow. Got a month, by the way, if you're interested. Good to know. I'm probably going to need your help. So if you're already through Endwalker, if you already finished all this crap, feel free to hop into our dungeon runs that we do. Because I have 9 dungeons I have to do and 8 trials. And if I don't have to sit in queues for those, it's going to make things go by a lot faster. I'm past you? Yeah, I figured. That's okay. Thou must live, die, and know. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination or to convince Evan, Stalk, and Palladius that they have been deceived. We must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. Well, play catch-up as much as you like if you need my help with it after my stream week. Bear in mind, by the way, I don't know if you heard the part where I said maintenance starts on the 26th and is going to last 2 days. But if you did hear that, oh yeah, I can fly. I forgot. I did the Aether Currents already I did that last night. So we're done with the Aether Currents for this one. So we now are 2 down. I'll have to find time to do the rest of these because I'll need these done before doing the post-MSQ. Otherwise, that's going to take way longer. Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Vanas, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. I've got time aplenty. Don't even worry about it.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home. May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge
The more I
you
make
have
these
gained,
bowls, the
that
closer
your
I'm
days
getting
in
to them just
Elpis
tasting
and our
like
friend's
colas.
sacrifice be not in vain.
Which brings me immeasurable joy. You can just auto-advance now. Sit and wait for all this.
With Meteon free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control.
Probably.
I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind, who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation.
Shit.
Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins.
But don't you know,
We
the
could not
indomitable
hope to
human
survive the
spirit
final
always
days,
endures.
much less take the battle to Meteon at
That's what the
Hermes.
last two expansions have been. It's literally just
We must
gods
find a way
versus
to
the
defeat
indomitable human
despair,
spirit, and then the forces
to
of nature
unite
versus
and
the indomitable
prepare
human
as
spirit.
many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have
Ever
faith
since I
in
shifted my
mankind's
desk
potential.
slightly, it sure is a lot more
As long as he
wobbly than it
believes
was.
in himself, there is
Oh.
naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path.
Sorry, I didn't like it.
And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will
That's
I,
much better.
as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who
They
sings
sure
it
are.
will learn our journey
They sure
is
are
far from
paying
over.
a very steep reference
This
to
I
what may or may not
promise.
be the name of the final boss in this expansion. They sure are really playing at that name.
Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
I'm excited to play Dawntrail because I'm not going to have the MSQ page to use as like reference. So everything will be like firsthand for me. All of my dungeon clears and stuff will be surprises. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it really, really hard. And warp back to reality, except it's actually not because it's still the first. I'm not back in the place yet.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
Right. Everything looks really fun right now. Look how fun that looks. Oh, hey, Vana. Looks like you're going to bunny hell. Oh shit, I guess I am. I thought I would end up back in the first. Well, this is unfortunate. They're making me do the Amarot dungeon again. Oh, just kidding. It's just the echo.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees.
That rhymed.
Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end.
That's the dead guy. They eated him. That wasn't very nice. Hi, friends. What are you doing?
That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer Hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days.
Is it going to show me that, or is it just kind of... Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
Fandaniel's story does interest me because I wasn't aware that the Convocation of 14 wasn't... I thought the Convocation of 14 remained unsundered, like, in their entirety.
Why must we suffer so?
But Hermes being Fandaniel and then Fandaniel being sundered Ascian shocks me.
To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
The world was never free of sorrow, you ignorant fuck.
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
Makes you think.
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you.
And here we witness the first ever primal summoning.
Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old.
And they just Thanos snapped,
Days when
and
the
then
star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
bro, you sound insane. Nah. That's a little extreme. Easy, soldier.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Fuck you, it was back Hythe. True.
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown
There's a
in.
dancing conch you
The
visit.
heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong.
We
And
summon
amidst it all,
Exodia.
a people, beacons
Exodiarch.
of light and life, laughter that
And a
warmed
drinky.
my
Thank you,
heart
Luna. I appreciate it.
like
Welcome to stream.
naught else before.
And thank you
They
for
are
showing
my
me how to put
meaning
eggs in my stir
and
fry
my
because it
purpose.
was way better.
My
It
love.
was so good.
In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise.
So I'm confused. Did they already sacrifice half of the...
Henceforth, he shall walk.
Did they already sacrifice half the... Okay, cool. Gotcha. I figured they mentioned that day it had happened, but they didn't really show it, so I thought maybe that was it happening. But no. And then we get the Heidelin summon. And that was the second ever primal summoning. Fandaniel? Nope, it's Vana. Oh, she is looking a little worse for wear. Did Vana use only her ether to summon Heidelin?
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment.
Ooh, sister. Damn.
I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague.
No?
one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown.
Gotcha.
And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die?
What is
As
even happening
fragmented,
to her?
imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose.
It's funny because we were
knowing
both
your
as
end
them.
is assured.
She's turning into sludge. Kind of looks like it.
To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy.
I get it. We're
even
both
as
as them.
darkness
It's the parallel.
descends.
I understand. I get the reference. You don't have to keep
And in
flashing.
its deepest despair, light everlasting.
She do be a bit gloopy. Not gonna lie.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable.
She's such a badass in this sequence. Yeah, it would seem so.
Then, shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age?
Man, why does everyone need us to prove ourselves? Maybe I just want to, like, exist, bro. Maybe I've had enough of being the warrior of light. Conquest after conquest, trial after trial. Also, I'm still wearing my goddamn skirt. There is no rest for us, true. And we love it. Port to Corral at the Baldician Annex. So you just want... Should we go straight there, huh? You don't want me to tell anyone in the first that I'm leaving? You just want me to go? Okay. Alright, I'll go. Fuck it. Oh, bother. Hi, Cryle. Impeccable timing as always. I'd heard you were off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. Yay! Though you and Cryle both have news to share, hers is perhaps the more urgent. Something happened. So, have you learned aught more of the final days? Yup. Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the First, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged, trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alice and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus and Menace is one of the worst affected. Thancredistinian and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. Oh, I still have that on. I should turn that off. Following their discussion, Vritra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for Hanish refugees to the tower, Alphino, Alisei, Estinina, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. I could have gathered that much. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fauchenal. Then panic broke out and our communications were severed. Condog, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you for the drinky. I got my water right here. As you can see, I forgot my water bottle at work again. From what fragments we were able to make out before this link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Kirshi. Please, you must help them. Everyone here is just on a mission to keep you hydrated. Like, it's just the Colbus Corner way, you know? We're all thinking for one another. We're all kind to one another. It's a good thing. Also, all of you better start hydrating. If you guys are going to keep me responsible for my hydration, I expect all of you to have at least a liter of water a day. At minimum. I really need to set a cooldown on these. But it's okay. We're not there yet. Having either will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call. So you'd best start there. And another drinky. Thank you, Contact. It's becoming a distraction. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you'd best take every possible precaution. I bet it's going to be really cool and really fun and really neat and really nice and really awesome over here. I bet it's going to be so cool and fun and nice and really neat and awesome. And it's not going to be just, oh, no, it's a nightmare. Whoever could have seen this coming? A duty. Fuck. As you have heard, custom greetings, troops of Macalekis, the Forum's freight airship has landed. It was then the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the rush is no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route. 33 ounces of water minimum while I work. Taking advantage of free sippies at work. Good. Have fun. Thank you, Emmy. I will. Just you're ready to depart. Upon departing from the Macalekis, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view the cutscenes in their entirety. In addition, you'll be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points in the event that you are defeated. You will be played with... Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I get it. It's looking pretty fun. Oh, that looks fun.
No. 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 We were promised
Ooh, haven't seen one of those yet.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste.
Well, fortunately, you're as
Calm
useless as
yourselves.
ever.
Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
I'll say to the rescue. Or Alpha now? Oh, no, it's Estinian.
How?
And Alpha now.
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this, Pat. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
That was a really weird. That was a really weird grunt. Oh, am I playing as Alpha now? These sage things.
I'll command the beast's attention. Get to the roof. Here we go.
You gotta follow Eden Sky. Thank you for follow that. Actually,
You know the words you can join into.
I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much for joining the Cold Corner. Happy to have you.
This won't be rap. Don't keep Leave it to me.
No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Ah, there they go. Grand. They're gonna turn. That's great. Everything's going great. How's Endwalker treating you? You know, filled with nightmares, but that's fine.
Come with me.
Everything seems to constantly be going wrong all of the time. It's great. Stop.
You're safe now.
Stop it. Stop thinking you're gonna die. You're not. Or you are, and even if you do, it's not a huge deal.
Easy
We'll die
now.
sometime.
Deep breaths.
How's your night going, Eden Sky? Thank you for joining the corner. Appreciate having you.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Aw. That's the first time Fortunal actually gave a shit. Gotta fight this one. Good, just hunting Moogle tomes. Good old Moogle tomes. Never get old until they do. I am literally just doing healing. Pardon? Ow. Closer to Estinian. Two of them bangs. Spam prognosis. A sweet, merciful God. Justinian, you fuck, stay alive. Okay, we're good. What? I turned. Oh, fuck you. Expensive. Spam diagnosis. I should probably get back to learning how to play Sage, honestly. Heal the friend. But I like White Mage a lot more, so I don't know if there's really any point. Oh, you whacked him, all right. Oh, you're still whacking him. Oh, stop that. Please stop. Didn't expect you to do it for that long. Nice. Good work, team. I'm really excited to get into like the proper like farming aspects of FF14.
What?
Oh, that's a thing. Come on. Oh, that hit. I just tackle you? Oh, it's like a, okay, I didn't realize it's got like caterpillar legs going on.
Don't. I don't want to die.
Stay strong. Oh, hey, the nukes have arrived.
Let not a single fiend escape.
Euless, you lived.
Wait, that's
I thought for sure Euless got turned
Euless and
into
the
a
army. So,
turned into a
you've
blasphemy.
recovered then?
In time enough to be of aid, for once.
We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight
Hell yeah.
to repay your salvation in kind, or with better. For Garlemald has her pride!
You go, Euless. You stingy fuck.
Of that I've no doubt.
The gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army.
You'd be correct.
Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would
Since when did they
never
say
abandon these
sod?
people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Good old Alice.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
And that's good old Graha.
So long as you spare
My
me the heroic
friends.
sacrifices. Now, let's go.
And I'm playing as Alice now. Oh, goody. Yep, in the coming battle, you'll fight as Alice. Just keep them coming. Bear fire, bear wind, bear stone. Just keep them coming. That might kill. Yeah. Just spam it. If it'll let me spam it, just spam it. And that's the thingy. Exactly our Terminus Lacerator.
I'm fine.
I didn't do that. I don't know why I did that. Whoops, I did it wrong. Oh, that's a good combo. Ow. I may end up having to heal myself here. 120, copy. Should have saved it. Rain of meteors, gappy. Black Death. Ouch. That's what I was trying to do earlier. Oh wow, it's one combo. Ah, crap.
I'm not done yet.
Sick. Alright, I need a very clear just one.
Nothing to worry about.
Crunch.
The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Go. 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 I don't think I need to use that. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. Oh, why not? Maybe it'll kill. Who knows? It did not. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, wow, that did 193,000 damage. I wish Limit Break did that much normally. Limit Break 1 doing 139,000 damage is insane.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again.
We got you. You don't look like
I
you're doing
remember
too
you from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
good. Purusha.
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Nice.
Look out!
Ooh. Oh!
Get out of here! Quickly!
I knew he was able to tank because I saw that ability in the NPC dungeons I ran with him.
Lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future.
I did not realize that was how he did it. That's dope.
Ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
I love you, Graha. You're fantastic. Oh my god, he just soloed the bitch.
Get it together, Alizé. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less.
I don't think that's fair. I wouldn't say you're embarrassing yourself.
Never measure up to our champion.
Somebody has some inferiority issues. Relatable, sis.
But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Speaking of that, hi. Hi, friends. Oh. I didn't update my gear set. Well, I guess we're going in with inferior equipment. This is precisely why you should never skip your squat regiment. Hi, Kondak. I was saying hi to my in-video game friends, but hi to you too. It's good to see you, buddy. I'm back!
I can look after myself, you know.
My headphones did a weird. Think I'm okay? Seems like the sound is fine now.
Everything's in order? I trust.
Sure. In order. Now I get to fight with them.
Come on!
In the coming battle, you will fight as Kirshin Enclava. Nice. Yeah, get a full hot bar. This is the Terminus Vanquisher.
This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
We're already here. Loathing, that's called party wide. Welcome back, Luna. I don't know where you went, but I hope you had fun doing it. Whatever it was. I didn't see the Probably should not look directly into the eye of what essentially looks like a beholder. That would be a bad idea. These gravity field erupts. Yep. Just like Angela. No, it was actually really frustrating. I'm sorry. Oh, you cannot catch a break today. From an outside perspective, that's a beholder. Exactly. I'm sorry, friend. I hope your day gets better. And I hope tomorrow is better, too. Laundry soap. Get back to my car and go get that. Before I started my laundry. That's rough. Well, Alphino just ate a stack marker by itself. I just called Alphino it as well, so that's funny. So this is a safe spot to stand? I was correct. Holy crap, I'm awesome.
Where were we?
Baby game, baby mechanics, all baby. It's me. I'm him. This guy right here. It's almost time to go refill my water. Okay. The pace is as I expected. This is our second quest still, and it's been over an hour. Granted, we also spent a lot of time talking about that announcement at the beginning, so...
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades.
Wouldn't the satrap been smart to fly them
I cannot
to
promise
Garlemald?
complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
I mean, I guess if it means we don't die, we could do that.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
Seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
That's wholesome, Alphino.
Yes. Well.
Aww. Even after all this shit. Frankly, I don't think he deserves it. I think you should tell him to eat snow. Preferably snow that's yellow. But it's nice that you're willing to make amends. More shit.
More of them.
New badass acquired. Oh. Well. Hi, friend.
Xenos. Here.
Yeah, Xenos in Garlemald, the place he rules. Who would have seen that coming?
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Oh, it's him.
Why have you come?
A heretofore
it's you.
unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying.
Good to see
Poor
you,
sport
Twink.
ass. Unfit to temper my blade.
Yeah, well, you know, some people are unsatiable.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Of course he is. Well, that's literally his life's goal.
Is and has ever been my sole concern.
Thank you. Also, Xenos Veritor Galvus, right? Is that?
You, on the other hand,
Viator.
are fixated on a different quarry.
You'd
Your
be
passion
correct.
Pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust.
I don't have bloodlust, bro. I don't. It's not the blood I'm after. Give him a good spanking. That's how you deal with naughty boys. I think he'd like that.
So I hone my blade, and I wait.
Whatever makes you happy, dude.
That's it. That's all you care about.
How is this a revelation to so many people? Xenos likes fighting strong people, and he kills everyone that doesn't meet the standard. This is literally his character arc since day fucking 0. How are so many people not expecting it? His dad didn't think that was the case. His soldiers don't think that's the case. His friends don't think that's the case. No one seems to get it. Yes, that's all he cares about. He is violence incarnate. It's what he does. He's just a guy. And he likes killing things, preferably things that are hard to fight. Can't you relate a little?
Ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone.
Yeah.
Along with so many of its people.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
Soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care.
Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last.
I have to be completely real. All Final Fantasy villains are twinks with twink energy. Not entirely wrong. Twinks with twink energy and the powers of gods. Give an emo twink the power of a messiah, and he will use it for evil. It's just the way it is. I feel like Eulis's speech here is a little bit heavy-handed in the wrong way, considering not 4 streams ago or 5 streams ago, I don't know, when last we saw Eulis, he was basically justifying the slaughter of Doman and Alamegan people because we're savages and we don't deserve to be treated like them. So, but just because it's your own people, it's okay. That means it's bad. Garland, Cloud of Darkness, Gabrynth, all twinks given godlike power.
Were left to freeze to death.
The twinks were mad that they weren't given gay rights, so they decided to enact gay wrongs.
The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing. You slaughtered your countrymen. You did. For what?
For nothing in the end. So much waste.
I love his tone. Because he wasn't saying it like as an answer to the question. He was saying like, yeah, no, you're right. I did all that work and it was for jack shit. You're totally right, man. It sucked. No, Xenos is definitely a twink.
You bastard!
No, Sephiroth is definitely a twink.
Control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, granted, you know, Final Fantasy's definition of a twink's a little looser than ours, because all of these guys have fucking six-packs and could fight Jesus, but Xenos is more of a twunk. I don't think he's... I mean, in Stormblood, definitely. I think in Endwalker, he's got full twink energy. The final boss of Kingdom Hearts 1, Ansem? Ansem's not a twink.
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome?
So the one... Xemnas? Like, from Kingdom Hearts 2? Or Riku? Because he's not the final boss, but he is, like, a major antagonist. The edgy teen, that's Riku.
If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better.
Yeah. Xenos really just looked at Euless and was just like, hey, just be a furry if you hate me so much.
Duty,
but he wasn't Ansem because of confusing lore. But he also was Ansem because of confusing lore.
Constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous.
God, he hasn't been... It's like, I hate him because he has all the wrong ideas, but for all the right reasons. That one, not so much. Nah, well, actually, no, that one's pretty accurate, too.
Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence
that's
must
a word
be
I have to look
gleaned
up.
by you,
Vicissitudes.
and you alone.
That's for friend. Oh, man. I appreciate you for trying, Meg. Vicissitudes.
Should you seek it in battle?
There it is. I spelled it entirely wrong. A change of circumstances or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant.
As a notch on my blade.
Man gives me the ick. Fair! Sephiroth is a huge twink and often cries mommy. Also true.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
Euless has got the right idea, but unfortunately, he doesn't want that from you. He wants it from me.
Another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
This is what I mean, is like, I don't like his ideas. I think he's a fucking psychopath. But everything he says is, like, technically true, and if it came from the mouth of, like, Crystal Mom...
Perhaps
or,
like,
what's his name? The dude from the forum that's not a piece of shit. That helps you out.
Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day.
And that is why. That is precisely accurate. Because there's no humanity in the man.
Not even the battle you pine
There's no hope in the man. He just wants things destroyed, and it's not really... It doesn't add up to anything. He preaches these ideas with no morals behind them, so it doesn't really work. It doesn't mean anything. It's just excuses for him to go killing people. So he is an ick. Xenos is an ick, and I will beat the shit out of him by the end of this expansion. And it will be fun. Hey, Fortunal. Very strong-willed of you to walk all this way when there's a calamity going on around us, just because you don't see a beast nearby, and you don't have a weapon.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Fair is fair. Good man. Not really, he's a piece of shit, but he is redeeming himself
Allow
slowly.
us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Fucking tell him, Estinian. Fortunal, you suck! Silent resignation that he does in fact suck. And then moves on with his life. To see Xenos standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant, gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, but looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. That's honestly probably true. Enough about all that. It's good to see you again. And I got a new gunblade, but I'm pretty sure the one I got in the dungeon is better. This is 542. So maybe not better. I mean, it's alright. I like it. I don't hate it. There we go. Glamour's fixed. Lucia is taking stock of the present situation. Just look at your DMs real quick. I saw that you tried to watch me on TV.
No major injuries then.
And I said
Good.
sorry that it didn't work out. That's a bummer. Did it literally just boot you off, or? Sadness. I agree.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but
You could have had
nevertheless
this
feared they would
shining
not
face
make it in
all over
time.
your screen.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur.
Junius. I love you as Xenos being a twink. Made me laugh while I was running Rabeb Nasty. I'm glad I could make you chuckle. That is what we strive for here.
And
Make you
are
think
owed
and
an
make you chuckle.
explanation
I'm
for
out of
these
water.
Most dire developments.
got water and Tampico juice. So now my life is just automatically better. Better than you, Xenos, you twink. Doesn't really work to have drinks on the left side of my desk, does it? There we go.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much.
I guess Lucia wouldn't know what the final days
feel
looked
some
like.
consternation having been
No,
forced to
she would, because they were talking about Mommy Lucia.
You were right to send the refugees elsewhere.
Honestly, Lucia gives off more like auntie energy. Not aunt, auntie. Very specific distinction there. Because like an aunt is like a fun and like cheery and like let's smoke a joint together and talk about our feelings kind of person. And auntie is like an emo aunt, I guess, you know, like they just have like a more like refined and angsty look to them. And Lucia perfectly matches that description. I don't get mommy vibes from her, I get auntie vibes from her. But I do respect the mommy allegations.
Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace.
She's just mom. She's not mommy, she's just mom. So many characters in this story fit that fucking description, dude.
I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
We have confirmed in a previous stream, though, she does peg Emmerich. 100% she pegs Emmerich, so Emmerich calls her mommy.
To retain our weapons.
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions.
Emmerich loves the pegging. He does! It's true. He has to. There's literally no way he's not a sub, bro. He's so soft-spoken and gentle. And, like, afraid of his own authority. Like, he 100% sub. No question. Lucia is rocking his fucking world. These are normal topics for this is normal conversation in the Colbus Corner, guys. We're a perfectly sane and normal bunch. Come hang out. Xenos is a twink, and Emmerich gets pegged.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me.
Oh, you mean
my own duties await.
This? As a matter of fact, that is Tampico juice.
A moment, Master Fortuno.
It is taking us so long to get through this cutscene because I keep getting interrupted because I want to read chat. Because you guys are great. I think I've processed about 25% of what's gone on in the last 10 minutes.
Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
What does that make Pink Catboy, who's wearing a lavender-colored 2B dress?
And not to embark upon some scheme to impede us.
I can't remember which character you're referring to.
I swear.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're meaning a Warrior of Light. My bad. Pink Catboy wearing a lavender-colored 2B dress. Any
other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
Very well.
I have to think on that
I
one
will request that
because
the
I don't want to
Forum
say
make you
Twink.
privy to our plans.
Because Twink, like,
may
if he
await
was
our
wearing
summons
like
at
plain
Baldessian
clothes, well, 100%. If he was wearing armor,
decisions.
probably even 100% Twink. But with the dress, there's a different aura there. It is Twink, mind you, but it's got a little extra spice, you know. There's something else there. I gotta
It does.
pick it apart a little bit.
You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
You do. You gotta love the spice. I've been drinking all my Tampico juice. I'm almost out already. I'm terrified.
Did you hear something just now?
I mean, I probably did, but hello? No? Why are you like that? My bunny ass. Puddingway, are you okay, buddy? You don't seem too well.
Where, oh, where is this star's blasted pudding?
And I second that. Oh my god, the Loporits are just here. Okay, hi friends. I see you got tired of waiting. And Puddingway is off.
Dawn may
Hey,
vanish,
Oriange.
even the darkest night.
Why do you say
And
that
to
like it's
this
your evil
bitter
villain
time
speech?
Bring warmth and comfort.
Puddingway's foodie is showing. It's so true.
'Tis heartening
Gonna be
to see
Watership
such an
down
assembly
soon.
upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Excuse me.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
Well, there haven't been any changes in the plan, you know, other than everything sucks right now, Living Way. Could you give us, like, a couple days to get our shit together? I don't know if you can tell by the sky.
Is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed.
I don't know how you could possibly help, but you know what? At least you acknowledged where you were wrong.
It's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still.
Hi, Mapping Way.
And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
Yikes. I mean, I guess it goes both ways, but still. Operation Get Behind the Donkey. It's okay, they're too short to get kicked.
As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it?
Begs the question why you've never come down here sooner. My focus is fantastic. Hello, thank you.
Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Well, I guess the Loporits are coming to Ultraland then. And Fortune, I was like, this is the people I've been convening with?
But are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow! Well met! You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw! That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
Yeah, and you would.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us.
Fortunal, I just want you to know that there's a bunny man behind you who's heavily judging your treatment of this bunny.
As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded.
I'm sorry, not behind you. I'm directly to your left.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
That's not trite. Nothing you do is trite. Weaponized incompetence, uncle. May thy disciples banish this darkest of nights. Good to haveth you back. Oh, it's always funny.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well.
I'm so done. Luna, what's wrong?
Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, you have shorts on, woman.
I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Someone give Puddingway a hug so they don't go wandering the ship for pudding. Excuse me. Pez box, tripped over bunny. Now I gotta pick up my Pez. No! I'm sorry, friend. I dare say Master Fortunal was as nonplussed. Time for the dictionary. Nonplussed. Nonplussed? Nonplussed. 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 Surprised and confused so much that they were unsure how to react. That's a great word, actually. Nonplussed. 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 I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go nonplussed. Just like, yeah. Was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians. They're lunar custodians. Bam, bam, bam. Get it? As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the rostra. I'll come back to you. I assume you have an Aether Current. Or not. Hello? So it is you. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Babeth, Ironheart, Millet's aunt and seasoned explorer. Be a dear and hand me that log of yours. Oh, it's an update to my sightseeing log. Gotcha. Yay. Their name is Babeth, and I find that kind of funny. I believe after this quest, which will unfortunately only be our third quest into the day, but I hope that the back half of stream will give us a little more of a pace picker-upper. That will hopefully get through a little more of this. I am going to take a small break to go use the restroom. And then, like I said, after today, it's no longer 4-hour streams. It's just however long I can stream until my body gives up. I do work 8 a.m. shifts, so I'll also be very mad in mind. Curiosity? Okay. Anyway. Do a spin. Hell yeah, I did 2 spins. I could have at any point in time used an Ethernet, but I didn't feel like it. I was jonesing for a walk. Alphino explains it all. Is it time for me to finally explain all the things I've learned, or are we just going to keep going as if I didn't do anything of significance? Not that I'm complaining, Oriange, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loperites a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Kral tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? And now I get to tell my story. Hell yeah. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Nidana's theory. Were an entity, through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast, dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Medion. Or rather the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Medion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Medion and we deliver the world from the final days. But even attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Medion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vana, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Vana you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Heidelin possesses some knowledge. Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Medion? The Vana I know would never give up. No, but Medion is still out there. That's my impression too, otherwise she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she's been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Medion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Well, the edge of the universe, according to the Asians, so... Then communing with Heidelin must be Then communicating with Heidelin must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Arnvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the antitower. The antitower. The antitower? Oh, okay, never mind. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the ethereal sea built closer to home. And that's where the Aisha scope comes in. Sorry to interrupt, we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Then Father was able to persuade them. Indeed. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Me not voice acting, but pretending like I'm trying to voice act because I'm tired. And I've been talking every night like this for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks with a week break, a 10-day break, but yeah, details. Of the rostra. So like I was saying, after this one, I'm going to take a little breather for like 10 minutes, probably use the bathroom, make sure all my beverages are filled and that I'm sated, and then we will continue. Forum is in session, and as such, the rostra is closed to visitors. No, I'm supposed to be there. A sign of the 7th dawn? Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Okay. Runs directly through the rostra, which is supposedly in service right now, with my gunblade on my back. Brilliant. No. Damn it. Why does it make me wait so long? All of the guides. Ha! Sick.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
Okay.
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends.
Is that so? You know, the thing he said not to do.
By your leave, of course.
Look, man, I'm just here at this point. Do your thing.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed.
R.I.P. Tim
I will
Juice.
present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
For those not in the loop, Hall of the Guys is a reference to the Deer Hunters Add to My
everyone.
Album, which is an album that myself and Valtiel like quite a lot.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the 7th Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat Han.
The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Charlian has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlian citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
Well.
As many as we can.
I assume you left the beast tribes
And
out.
how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Yeah. So if anyone disagrees with you, then they don't get to go. Right?
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside,
Thank you, Kryle.
are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfie.
There he is, Monty-Chain. 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 Monty-Chains. 2 chains.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
So true, bestie.
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
That's 1 out of 99.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
I mean, way more than before, that's for sure. Aw, what a guy.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
Thank you, Barnier. Very cool.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
The fact that he has to bring it up is cold, but really funny.
Very well.
Call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
For a second, I thought that person sitting in the corner there was Ehrenwald. Okay, that should be the end of that quest, and I was correct. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part, but since we require both a means of communing with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteon, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an Aether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Alright. Take a little break, use the bathroom, get my drinks all together, and then proceed apace. Hopefully we can really pick up the pace on this, because we've only completed 3 quests so far, so we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to get through all 74 in 5 days. And just like that, we're back. Not too long of a break. I got my drinks refilled, including my Tampico. That's so good. I love Tampico. And now, we proceed apace, just like I said. If Mika's still streaming by the time I'm done streaming, I'll probably end up raiding her at the end of this. Because she is one of my bigger supporters. And even with a small following, I'd be happy to raid her stream. So now then, before we even talk about the end of the stream, let's keep playing. On to our 4th quest of the night, going underground. As instructed, I shall take you to see the Aether Burner. Meet me outside the Archaeon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Teleport. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archaeon's lift. Step inside and have Ophaline take you to the medial circuit. That's Ophaline. You wish to use the lift, yes? Yes, I do. Shirley Hamlet and Aporia are the 2 Aetherites we have access to now. If I'm not mistaken, we should be seeing an Aether Current show up for Shirley soon. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Mariel Agronomics. Actually, there is something I've been meaning to... No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. He wants to ask me how his kids are doing. Daww! Fuck you. I gotta fucking walk on my hands here, brother. 229 yulms west, you say? I'm just gonna get 1 Aether Current real fast, just to see if that makes it pop up or not. Should be around here somewhere. 178 southwest. Okay, this way. That frog is smaller than I remember. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Wait. What? 144 south. There. There it is, I see it. Gotcha. Theoretically, that should unlock the Aether Current chart for this area. which I will be hopefully filling out tonight. Assuming I make enough progress, because there's a bit of progress to make. Distracting us from our current mission, yes, but it's for work. It's for the greater good. There we go. Yep, Labyrinthos is now unlocked. Stray tomato. Be gone, stray tomato. And more water. Thank you, Condog. I'm having trouble relaxing. Any advice from chat? Yeah. If you guys have any ideas, you'd be very awesome and based to provide them. Luna's had a very hard day and needs some relaxation badly. Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. They are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. How do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. He left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to use such process in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. Controlled breathing, not deep but controlled. Playing your favorite game, watching your favorite show, cuddling an animal, cooking and baking, doodling. Besides that, I can't give much else. All very good ideas, Conduct. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetherus, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that's not all. It's also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are being carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. Prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Checking my Discord notice. I was gonna say, I hope I'm still online. Am I? You know. Okay. Hello? By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Thunder are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. Let's do it! Hello, Fortunal. The Aether Burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Dawntrail, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions, good job. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Okay. I'll go to the Shirley Hamlet later, I presume. Try to be efficient here. What is happening, man? This is reminding me all too much of the Alexander raids. Kokol's Forge. We've made it, and we are seeking the man, the myth, the legend. Kokol Dawntrail. Oh, look, it's Kokol Dawntrail. Oh my god, he's tiny. It's a Lola.
I could swap them out. No. Been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Aether Burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
My bad. I can't keep clicking.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Aether Burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Aether Burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Mm-hmm.
even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, is strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Emphasis on probably?
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan
And a second
refined adamantite,
RMP.
perchance?
You know of it?
Only
to
in the
the
most general terms, I'm afraid.
to the
Twas an
Tampa.
alloy
There we go.
of
I found it. I
Allegan,
found the word.
But the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though.
Well, we have
We were
someone with
fortunate enough to
Allegan royal
salvage some
blood
for the
here
ether
that might
who
be able to
just
access the
avoided
archives.
mines from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Interesting.
It's rough going in there, even for the Queen. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part
His
of the
voice is
Ragnarok when we
funny.
went to destroy Bahamut? Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... Well... Let's put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
Huh. That's funny. That's the name of a different expansion.
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
I see.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
That would be correct. That's kind of our whole thing.
Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics.
Just for funsies, or?
Hold enough ether to summon a whole damn tribe.
Ah, fair.
Find a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
So true.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer.
So true.
I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
Speaking of
I'm
voices
certain
that I
can be
find funny.
arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Endwalker music is really good. I like Shadowbringers more,
Just
but
like that.
Endwalker music
Our
is really
refined
good.
adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Times like these we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. And who might that be? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? On that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Chest piece. Yeah. Oh, okay. More cutscenes. More cutscenes. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Thea, here, guys. We have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way.
Hell yeah.
Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allegan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Oh, Nanamo. You're fantastic.
Final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Meanwhile, on the Black Shroud. Oh, but it keeps going. Is it Arun Senna or Runa Senna? I think it's Arun Senna. Can't remember how his name is said.
We fielded a goodly
Arun
number,
Senna, okay.
but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Hey, Lise. And Alamegans.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
Fair.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency is so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Another
Then I
drinky,
will
thank you,
impose
Luna.
upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Still on that, are we? Fair. Hey, look, Luna, there's a reference you'll get. Kurthus. Focus. Excuse me.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Sad. Stretch. Dragon friends?
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Congratulations, Amanda Lane. You passed Ishgardian 2nd grade. Woo!
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise.
Hey,
this
Soroban.
is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics. We will only know if they meet the requirements once they have arrived. Got a thick wrap now. Thick wrap, huh? With 2 C's? Goddamn. You've already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. That's what he's... You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. Nom. Enjoy your noms, Luna. Only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize oneself with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for adamantite. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers. If you have a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlotte and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ha! That lot need all the help they can get. Well, guess we'll work on one next, team. You know, I didn't think we'd be backtracking, or I would have just gone up there in the first place, but it's fine. Everything is just dandy. Centered. Oh, man. This is significantly faster than walking, which is fantastic news. there's an aether current over there. Hang on. Gotta grab that. I didn't walk forward. Oh, hi Alice. I didn't realize you guys were all going to be here. I thought it was just going to be me and Alpha now. My bad. From what I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholar Montagane was mentioning. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet with the Aetheryte once our work is done. Sounds good. Park area? Seems so, considering there's people in there waiting. Just trying their best to meet me in all of my glory. Working with the Ark. Now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures run rampant all over. If only we began the exodus sooner. People are dying and there will be no end to it unless we fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent several years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Okay. That sounds incredibly helpful. Just believe in the plan. Don't do anything, but believe in the plan. Are you one of the new helpers? Yes, correct. Working on the Aether Burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. No one will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. Form's got enough on their plate as is. What with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions on that. My heart goes out to Master Fulchino and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. You don't have time to sleep? The only type of sleep I see in Master Fulchino's future is me with his wife. And Mags also with his wife. Oh. Hello, Paultisan. This list of things is the moon. These largely contain the maintenance of additions. I had to learn what filming person. To be honest, I'm not even slightest idea what to look like. They're not enormous looming giants. I'd much prefer something small and fluffy, like that behatted rabbit that ran by. Wait, that ran by? Search for the behatted rabbit, quote. Well, if it isn't Living Way! Fancy meeting you here, Kirshi. Our friends in the forum brought us to see the teeny tiny toy boat, which is quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is the Theris itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they are rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we're planning to do, until we chance upon Udiange and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? God. You pompous little bunny. Try as he might, Udiange cannot free himself from the Loporrits. Tour of Labyrinthos? An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given this lore, these fixtures. Figure how limited knowledge smearing rather than broadening. Alright, one more idea. In what's it? Ah yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation to Kirshi. Jump. Not the what's it. What's a what's it? When's a what's it? Why's a what's it? What's a what's it? What's it doing? What's it saying? What's it thinking? Hi, singing way. Goodness me, to build something so large for the operation manager is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to the most important features. Depends on if we talk about function or form here. It's a little hard to see them from here, but is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? I can see through that window another... What? I see through that window another pipe at the bottom. This must be for purifying water drawn up from below. Excellent guess. Do you have any idea? Buddy! It appeared that the concept you observed another time, another place, was approved for life in the wider world somehow. I love him. It's not a somehow, it's a good thing. And that draws water from the ground, and then that water gets thrown into the thing and it purifies it. Oh, I see, that's how they draw up the water. Yep, you get it. Mushroom-like thing. That looks like the trees in Greatest Endsvale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom of this. That makes sense. That's where they store the water. Good job! Great work, Singing Way. I'm going to be particularly sparse reading this dialogue from here, because not gaining a whole lot from it. Yep, that's how it works. Good job. You figured it out. First Loporits, that is. We've read, however, that peoples of Aetheris sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? May also be worth learning more about exactly who obtain their water in the first place. Master often has spoken of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logisticon Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporits will share this appreciation for the engineering marvel. Sounds splendid. Journey beyond the sanctuary of Shirley and Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You will have to brave the untamed wilderness? Valid concern indeed. And those dangerous cooking creatures, the big nasty teeth looking not escorted here by burly custodians. I dread to think what would become of us. You'd be fine. Regrettably, a hungry predator with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, Loporits may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist? Yeah. We know what we're doing. Anyone could have guessed what we're doing here. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. It's all the same to you. I'd rather not be eaten by those horrid beasties. Come along, going away to the water extraction something works. I don't know. Sake of curiosity, am I heading in the direction of one northwest? So literally the opposite direction of where I'm going? Perfect. What is it with these dudes showing up in high level areas? so much. I really hope this water extraction is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. You wouldn't really want that. That's not what it's all about. That will be instrumental in my survival in the next couple of days. My friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the list top. Pray follow me. Take me up, Vadalosian. Sorry, Vadaloisan. Just take me to the medial circuit. Thanks, bro. Simply marvelous. This is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. Knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when you start looking for new stars for your type of habit. Very lucky, or did mankind turn out the way they did because of the available resources, I wonder. It's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. This is all very wonderful, but I was hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? With both knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Mariel Ergonomics. Let's book with no further delay. Sad to inform myself that I do not, in fact, have a way to get over there fast, so we'll simply have to mount and mosh. Maybe this is more like a mountain mosey. We'll get there eventually. Now we're making some decent progress. This is the place, yes. The handy aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they're willing to hear symbols. I now have a cooking way following me. Hi, Jevki. You mind telling me things about food? What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down to the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. I'm not the only one. We've all got to find words the forums decides to become our new home. So it's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Oh, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us, but no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environment, so many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what we came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We were simply wishing to sample a little of your produce, if we may. Help yourselves. So where to begin? Grapes. Wouldn't the grapes kill the bunny? It tastes as much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar. Though far from unpleasant, yes, I think I'll try another. And then another. And then another. That's what I would do if I was trying grapes for the first time. Certainly giving me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I'd brave interrupting volcano for a choice bunch. So true. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? What I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Wine, totally fine. Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Don't ask that question. We don't need that question right now. Equal parts sweet and sours with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Uliange about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you're all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are, in my estimation. Let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Do we have taters? Taters would be ideal for this. But it does not appear that we have taters. What are those? Are those tomatoes? No, they are taters. I think. In any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than taste. Crunch. Oh, are those pumpkins, actually? It's so hard and flavorless, I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That's all but confirms it. There are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Those are pumpkins, and no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. You don't find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself, and what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. And perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder though if there's anything even more delicious. That yellow fruit over there. You certainly are intrigued by fruits. That's a lemon. Lemon time. My tongue, is this poison? A lemon, you mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something be so similar to an orange but so revolting? Maybe sometime before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I had best call this an end to the round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with grapes and oranges, less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way we're not supposed to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Oof. Bit of sick came up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. And it's the best thing you've ever eaten. That was a noise. This is delicious. It's because it has a fuckload of sugar in it. Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemons in its natural state, but it has a stirring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving, and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loperites, we were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once the civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all causes of activity to achieve perfection. Therein lies its folly and its downfall, for perfection is an unattainable ideal. Paradox the accurate care. Immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quests, and all too often become the architects of their own demise. Their dreams forever unfulfilled. I forgot to read that second. That sucks. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. You just come up with that? Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the seven hells are you on about, and who are you, anyway? Cooking way at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there will be room for your crops, too. We'll work together to preserve as many Aetherius species as possible if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Homie update, I now owe Condog frequent cat videos to fill his void as he will no longer be living with Gwyn. Aww. Well, that would be wholesome. Poor Condog. It sucks that he's not going to be living with Gwyn anymore. Boy needs a cat. Where's Cookie Boy? Shit. If I can really cram, we might have time for 2 more quests, which is what I'd like to do. But I make no promises. That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know any of the other places famed for their cuisine? There's Lemons' of Culinarians Guild, and many less than savory establishments. The Far East has oodles of noodles. I like Lemons' food. Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn to have Aetheris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Oh, there is. Alright, I'll be right back again, Pete. It's a lot of liquid. Had a lot of liquid today. Anyway. Dawntrail appears to be tallying the Loporrits in preparation for an imminent departure. Or you say rallying. I trust my my time at Mariel Ergonomics did bear fruit. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charley and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Loporrit there. should further questions within my power to answer arise. Alright guys, we got 35 minutes before end of stream. We can do this. Aww. We do be warping. What's wrong, Growing Way? Yes, Kirshi, that was indeed me verbalizing aside to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstruction environmental data for Aetheris at Logisticon Alpha. That's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? Verdant, at least. The trees of Dravania stand particularly proud. You should see the forest of the first. One was purple. Gasp, gasp, I say. With a star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Growing Way, chill. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy of their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Hi, Thecred. How does thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death, and we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Though aided by our goodly Growing Way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Be of use to people? I'm honored that you'd think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose I can't hurt to try. Past some moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. Tis as good as any. Come. I assume that actually read as tis as good a place as any. Can I help you? Can we help you? It is you who would help me. Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. It's funny because they have big ears. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of decades of Charlene ingenuity, that it's built with peerless Allegan technology, is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown it into the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight, or the one after that. Did everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Aetherburner's design was flawless, too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but, well... Maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell, to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Gravitation. Maybe I can help with that after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places... And then they discuss ideas back and forth. Wholesome. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet, if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Loporrits to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Itheris, and learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Not yawning because of the game. Yawning because my body just doesn't like being awake. Pray seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, and I might introduce each to a suitable Loporrit. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loporrit, and every Loporrit in their place. This game is so good. Real fast. Eight troubled scholars? Jesus. I think Osmo Chest said, am I dying? Is this what it feels like to die? Oh, do pardon me. I didn't see you there. There's no need for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment, and if the whole I designed buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. That's all highly unlikely. Yeah, highly unlikely. Yeah. Visitors can help me check. Bunches of weeds in the ground. 56 bunches of weeds. Rip one out. Add to the mound. 55 bunches of weeds in the... Hi, friend. I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk, and then I noticed these weeds, and... Chill. Pleasant conversation partners, and oh, so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Oh, I thought I saw aether currents over here. Satch. There's literally none of them up on this top tier, which is shocking to me. There's so many of them, dude. 8 whole guys? That's so many guys. How might I help you? What a lovely idea. The wood is doing better than you are. Wow. wrong with my... Ow! Perhaps I'm a bit tense. This task of ensuring the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought to the moon, or this is... There's still a little about the environment up there. Including the Loporits in our discussion is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will thank you. Perhaps there's... she leaves. Ponderous method. Want to ponder somewhere else? Consult our collaborators. I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm tempted to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips. Should the 8th burner make our original estimates unfeasible, there may be simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn upside down. Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void sense played as a piano. My feet and knees as drums and cymbals too. Looks like he just needs a break. Yeah, you take a break. Break me off a piece of that cat kit bar. Heard anything of what's on the moon? I was searching for a new star. Part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. Have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on gods know what may be God know who. It's not speaking so directly. I imagine I hope you like questions. I hope they like questions. This is a good quest. Engineer. Alright, 3 more. Come on. There's a courageous research over there. What am I looking about? Medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us. From the moon? Why did I not think of that? Probably because you didn't think it was possible about 10 seconds ago. End of the world is die, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things. Feasible one moment, utter bullocks the next. And yet, I've never felt so alive. This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. And there we go, the last one. Right beside the junk monger. You. Yes, you idiot. Have you seen an envelope flying around? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you. And you've wasted enough of my time already. It wouldn't be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loporits. Luna, I think that line of dialogue is a good descriptor for every goddamn person you dealt with today. Oh, I see. So I specifically need to pick out 8 people that want to speak with the Loporits. Yeah, it's not gonna be over here. Good to unlock this part of the map, though. This quest is taking so long. Alright, ready for ultimate weapons? Dude, that's just one of the relics. Wait, that's not even the relics. What are you grinding for ultimate weapons in? You're not in any trouble, are you? amigos. What? I don't know what you're referring to. The resistance weapons. Like from Shadowbringers? No, resistance weapons, that would be Stormblood. Wait, no, that's the Eureka weapons. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dark Knight is a pretty dope weapon I'm trying to get. Okay. I will look it up after stream. As it is, it's not looking like we're going to be getting another quest in this one. Which means we will be ending on a count of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not terrible. Just need one more. That Poogie is adorable. Why are there so few people in this God's forsaken place that want to talk to bunnies? Still not out here. Excuse me. That's cute. Oh my god, at long last. They were hiding. The despondent engineer is sitting in a corner all by himself. You know a starship pilot that I might speak with, truly. There's no time to waste. It's finally over. That took a while. Now we have a nice long cutscene. It's probably going to take longer than 15 minutes. If I had to guess. Behold, Kirshi, through thine efforts, word hath spread through Labyrinthos. Verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated, Living Way doth gather more Loporrits as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skill, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. What destination? Behind. Okay.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial.
Good man. Good man, Urianger.
Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Moonbreeder. Oh, never mind. Distracted.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Wilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh, I thought it was her kids. Fuck. I was a little wrong.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Aww. Aww, that's sweet.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise.
Oh.
Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
These are good fucking parents right here,
If
man.
there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you.
Oh.
Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh. That's real life sad.
I truly, truly am.
Man.
I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men. Musings on sadness
And as always,
and loss,
Urianger falls back on his
studied
ability to
and
speak
memorized
words.
and meaningless in the moment.
silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
Excuse me. This is a very unfortunate time to... Anyway. Ruining the moment.
I remember
Don't
when
mind
you
me.
were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
Exposition.
I'm sure it
and
was
very
annoying
wholesome
and
exposition that I
exhausting
welcome,
at the
but
time.
also still
But
exposition,
she only ever
though.
had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
I like how everyone is watching
You've
now.
no
That's
idea
not
how
awkward at
proud
all.
we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
That's so sweet. Oh, even Urianger is crying.
I think I can feel her too.
Buddy. Friend.
The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope.
No, do not skip
And
cutscene,
love.
ever. Absolutely not.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Okay, you should be sure that I'm fine. I am. Full glad to see them too, after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company, as difficult as it was to accept their kindness. 'Twould have been far harder had I faced them alone. No. I know my limits, and I know I should not stream further tonight if I intend to stream longer tomorrow. So, we will simply equip our boots, which were made for walking, and walk on off stream for the night. That's a brilliant image. Beautiful. Okay, guys. That's the end of stream for tonight. It's a little bit of a shorter one, technically. It's only like 3.5 or 3:45, something like that. I don't know. Either way, we'll have a much longer one tomorrow and the next day, and then 2 incredibly long ones the days that follow. So, hang on with me. It's going to be a bumpy next couple of days, but we are going to get through all of this content. I believe we have 67 quests to go, and I will not fail to complete them all. So everyone, have a great night. Take care. I pressed the wrong button. And I'll see you tomorrow night.